Just caught outside of Princess Zenobia's ball by a trio of Neverkiss guards, Kenna, Annalise, and Raiden are shepherded into an unseen corner of the Grand Hall's main stairwell.
We need to take out these guards without attracting any attention.
Let's sort this out nice and quietly. No need to upset Her Majesty's guest.
Oh, and what about upsetting us?
If you three are guests, then let's see your invitations.
You'd better explain yourselves. The captain told us to be on the lookout for any suspicious characters trying to sneak in.
Friends, there's no need for all this strife.
Kenna grabs the hilt of Adder's poison dagger. Nodding to Raiden, she lets him continue talking, drawing all the guards' attention to himself.
This is merely a misunderstanding. We have invitations, and if you'll wait just a moment...
Raiden makes a show of searching his pockets.
Hurry it up, pretty boy.
Kenna slips behind one of the guards.
As Gabriel would have said, quiet as a temple mouse.
Dropping low, Kenna strikes at a gap between the armor plates at the back of his knee. The razor-sharp edge of Adder's fangs bite through his leather breeches and nicks the flesh beneath.
Ow! What the?
The guard begins to shake, then collapses. Before the other guards can react, Raiden springs into action.
Forgive me.
As Raiden drops the second guard with a dagger to the throat, the third guard advances on Annalise.
Pity you got all dressed up just to die.
Get away from her!
Before Kenna can leap to her defense, Annalise snatches up a nearby candelabrum and clobbers the guard across the face.
At least I bothered to dress up.
The guard crumples to the floor, knocked out cold. Annalise looks around to see Kenna and Raiden staring at her.
What? Oh my gods, did I mess up my hair?
No, just... wow.
My thoughts exactly. Now, let's get these bodies out of sight before anyone else comes to join the party.
They drag the bodies of the guards into a shadowy alcove.
Hopefully no one will find them for a while.
Now that the grisly work is done, I believe we have a party to attend.
Finally, my time to shine.
The three of them return to the main staircase and begin their descent into the ballroom.
Well, you must have an escort for the ball. Who shall walk you in, my queen?
Kenna takes Raiden's arm.
Would you do the honors?
It would be my greatest pleasure.
Raiden takes Kenna's hand and leads her into the grand hall. All around, the nobility of Lycos turn to stare at Kenna.
All eyes are on us. You must be terribly uncomfortable with so much scrutiny.
All eyes are on you, my lady. I'm just the man standing next to the most beautiful woman in the room.
They can't even see my face. You flatterer.
Music begins to play. Around the room, nobles pair up and begin dancing.
Shall we?
We'd better blend in, don't you think?
Raiden takes Kenna's hand and pulls her close. He moves smoothly into the steps, and Kenna follows his lead.
Do you miss Aurelia?
Sometimes. A life of luxury is easily longed for.
It's a wonder that you chose to come with me. You gave all that up for battles and lurking in the shadows and risking your life nearly every day.
Don't get me wrong. Unlimited wine has its perks, but I vastly prefer this life.
A spy master to the core.
Perhaps it's just the company I get to keep.
Thank you. I couldn't have done any of this without your help.
It means very much for me to hear you say that. And here, I didn't think anything good could happen in Lycos.
As the song comes to an end, the couple separate and applaud. Annalise joins Kenna and Raiden.
Finally, one of the Lycos noblemen asked me to dance and he smelled like onions.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Things I do for this rebellion.
Across the room, Kenna hears a bell chiming.
Attention! Your attention, please. First, it's such a delight to see so many loyal subjects here tonight to celebrate with me. And now it's time to unveil tonight's entertainment. Please, gather around the center of the room.
This could be our opportunity to approach her.
I wonder what she's planning. A fountain of the finest wine, A 5-layered cake?
How many times I must tell you, Lycos is not Aurelia.
What? You mean only a 4-layered cake?
I'm afraid that this isn't that kind of party. That's a fighting pit, Annalise.
What?
Zenobia's going to make 2 people fight to the death for her amusement.
Dear treasured friends, for our treat tonight, 2 prisoners will fight to death before your eyes. So stand back, unless you don't care about getting a little blood on your gowns.
In defiance of Fire Master Anu, Dominic climbs the tallest Black Spine mountain, the air around him growing hotter and hotter.
I will prove that I'm ready to find my dragon. I have to keep going to help Kenna.
At the peak, the rocky path takes him to the lip of the volcano, lava bubbling ominously at the surface.
Well, this is fun, and not at all terrifying.
Taking a deep breath, Dominic climbs over and steps into the lava. Trying not to focus on the unbearable heat, he closes his eyes. And entered the spirit world. In the distance, the shadowy figure of Bartel approaches once again.
You think because you beat me again, it means anything? It didn't bring poor Margaret back, or your hawk friend did it? Nothing will.
Once again, anger rises in Dominic. He remains calm and looks around, noticing a path to the right he hadn't seen before. He takes it, Bartel disappearing in a cloud of smoke behind him.
If only the real world worked that way.
Up ahead, before a dazzling backdrop of twinkling stars, Dominic sees Margaret, Trystan, and Rose.
I can't believe it.
Hello, son. It's right good to see you.
Dominic.
Rose blushes when Dominic looks at her.
It's been a long time, Dom.
Sadly, boy, you can only talk to one of us. There isn't much time till he arrives.
He? Who's he?
You'll see.
Dominic chooses Rose.
I'm so happy you chose me, Dom.
About what's happened between us?
Dom, you worry too much.
Rose holds Dominic's face in her hands.
Just be with me right now. In this moment, now that you're gallivanting across the realm, is there anything you miss about home? About the life we used to have?
Of course I miss talking with you and Trystan and Mother. Just the 4 of us in the kitchen.
That fresh bread smell.
And while I don't miss all of those never-kissed guards in the halls,
a different kind of smell altogether.
I miss seeing your face every day.
I miss you too, Dom.
Rose brings Dominic closer and whispers in his ear.
He seems heartless, but underneath it all, he's still you, Dom.
What? Who?
I can say no more. Now, there's someone else who wants to meet with you first.
Slowly, the spirit world shifts around Dominic, and he's standing in a familiar place.
Hello, lad.
Gabriel?
Bet you were not expecting to see me.
Now I don't know what to expect. I'm sorry what happened with you.
What happened to me? What in the 3 hells are you talking about? I am here because of what you did, Princess Kenna? Your ridiculous proposal at the Beltane Festival last night? Is this stirring your memory?
Wait a sec. I remember this. This is when Ken and I came back from the festival. Gabriel caught us and...
Nothing happens under my nose without me finding out about it. Do you think you, of all people, would be allowed to marry someone of royal blood?
We never had the chance to find out. Maybe it could have been different. Maybe we could have... Maybe...
Suddenly, Dominic's standing in front of Stormholt. He feels someone taking him by the hand.
There you are. Hurry up, or you're going to be late.
Kenna, wait! Late for what?
Our wedding, silly. You're coming with me, aren't you?
What is this place? Is this real?
This is our home, Dom. And this isn't the time for jokes.
We're getting married?
Don't tell me you're getting cold feet. This is not what a bride wants to hear on her wedding day.
It's not cold feet. I just can't believe you said yes.
Your proposal was so romantic, taking me to the top of the battlements, getting down on one knee. You really know how to win a girl over.
I must have done something right if you agreed to marry me.
Now come, we can't keep everyone waiting, can we?
Suddenly, Dominic is standing in the throne room while a crowd gathers.
I never thought I'd see this day.
Queen Adria.
To think that my willful little butterfly is going to marry you, even against my express command. At least one thing is certain. She must truly love you.
Thank you.
You might not be thanking me when you realize what you've gotten yourself into. Kenna's marriage should have been a political alliance. Stormholt is exposed now.
Just then, music begins to play. Adriana gestures for Dominic to walk to the front of the throne room where he sees.
Dom.
The two of them meet in the front of the throne room.
The rings, please.
Here you are.
And now the vows. Princess Kenna?
Dominic Hunter, I vow to love you every day for the rest of my life. I vow to be your partner, and at your side when the road is rough and rocky. If enemies are at our backs, I'll be there, at your side to fight, and I promise that I will never let anything come between us.
Dominic? Tell me you have prepared something.
I have, of course. Just didn't expect this. Kenna Rys, I vow to love you with a passion never before seen in the world. You will be my heart and soul, all that I live for, all that I fight for until my very last breath. But most of all, I vow to protect you from anyone who would do you harm. You'll be safe, I promise, no matter who comes after us.
Dom.
You may now kiss your bride.
Dominic leans in and pulls Kenna towards him. Her lips find his eagerly. Dominic closes his eyes, willing this moment to last forever. The assembled crowd bursts into applause.
This might be the best moment of my life.
I think the best is still to come.
Dominic feels a hand on his shoulder.
Let me congratulate the both of you.
Thank you, Mother. I know this isn't how you wanted today to go.
This was to be the day I sealed an alliance with the Five Kingdoms, ensuring our ability to fight the Iron Empire. But without your marriage as a potential lure, I couldn't get Fedoria and Thorngate to come to the table. Ah well, at least Abanthus won't abandon us. King Luther was even gracious enough to come to the wedding today.
Wait, what?
In fact, there he is. I'm sure he'll want to wish you well.
Ah, the happy couple. Let me be the first to say, die.
Suddenly, Dominic sees armored soldiers leveling crossbows at the guests in the room.
Kenna!
Dominic tries to run, but it's like moving through mud. He's helpless as he watches an arrow sink into Kenna's chest. Dominic's hands begin to burn.
Kenna!
The throne room erupts into flames as power rolls off of Dominic, incinerating everyone. He finds himself standing where he first met Gabriel.
Not exactly what you wanted, was it?
It would have been different if...
Oh? And what would have made the difference?
Kenna wasn't a princess.
The world morphs around Dom.
Where am I?
Good morning, darling. I hope you don't mind that I let you sleep late.
Kenna throws her arms around Dominic and kisses him deeply.
Kenna, you look adorable.
Flatterer. You know I only wear my hair like this when I've got work to do.
And what work is that?
Running this place, of course. Starting a soup, clearing the plates.
And you enjoying doing that thing? I mean, you're not a princess.
You did wake up in a good mood if you're so full of jokes. I knew when I married you, Dominic Hunter, that I'd never be a rich woman lounging around on a pile of gold. But like you always say, we don't need much to be happy. Just each other.
I am just full of wisdom, aren't I? How about another kiss?
Dominic pulls Kenna closer.
Now, you aren't trying to distract me, are you? Don't tell me you've forgotten to get the bread from the baker again. And remember, we're nearly out of mead.
I see. This must be an undercover mission?
A mission? Goodness, what are you talking about? Don't keep on like that, or the soldiers will hear you, and then we'll all be in for it.
Turning, Dominic sees a group of Never-Kiss soldiers sitting at one of the tables, all staring right at him.
You there! Get over here!
You're calling me over. You must want something to drink. What can I get you?
Not drinks! We're after able-bodied men to help with the war. You look like you could swing a sword.
Sorry, sir, but I've got work to do.
I wasn't asking what you wanted. I'm telling you that it's your turn to serve the King Luther.
I won't fight for Luther.
Then it's your turn to die.
The soldiers draw their swords.
What a waste.
The soldier runs Dominic through with his sword.
Dom, no!
Kenna runs to Dominic as the soldiers laugh. He looks down at the blood flowing out of him.
I'm sorry, Kenna.
Don't you dare leave me.
Dominic is back where he started once again. Kenna standing in front of him. She kisses his cheek softly.
I thought I lost you.
You haven't. Not yet. But you haven't found the right path yet. I'm sorry, Dom. But our time is up. He's here.
Who is?
Your next test. Remember what you were told. Deep down, he's still you. Goodbye, Dom.
Dominic reaches out for Kenna, but she slowly fades away. A cold wind whips past, and darkness fills the air all around him. Suddenly, a dark figure appears before him.
No.
Yes.